Yes. Welcome, Philip. Yes, hallo Vivian.
Hallo. Beetje
Yes.
de houding, maar
And there is Sunny. We are complete. Yes. Nice group today. Good to see you all. Hello, Sonny. Hello, Philip. Good to have you. Okay, everyone ready? Take your seats. Let's rumble. Okay. Yeah. Then Philip he will join, I think. He came in and out. Okay, let's slowly start. First of all, welcome. It's all great to see you. Very warm welcome. I see some new people, or not really new, but for the first time on this online platform. So it's really great to have you here and to connect in this way as well. And for the people who've been here before, welcome. The veterans, can you say that in English? Veterans? Okay. Yeah. Oh, ik doe even mute. Yes. Okay. So today is going to be a very nice, hopefully inspiring and enriching workshop for you to start the new year 2022, very fresh and new. Mostly what we do when a new year is coming, as it is sort of a milestone in the year. It's a blank page, right? A new chapter. So normally we clean the house and we finish everything we need to do, and then we can really start the new year. But often we forget ourselves. We actually forget our own mind, our body, and our energy system. So today we're going to focus on that. We're going to take a look inside and hopefully cleanse and detox our full selves as much as we can in 2 hours, of course. But hopefully today is going to be also unique, since normally when we do classes, we share wisdom and information. But today we're going to make it interactive as well. So hopefully you all got your notebooks with you, because I'm going to ask you some questions that you need to answer. Yes, good. And also some space. That's why I have a different angle today. This is a different side of my living room, because we're going to do some asanas, bodily postures. We're going to do breathing exercises. We're going to work with mantras and small meditations. So we have the full package in one. It's going to be a little bit of an information bomb within 2 hours, but hopefully still very inspiring for you. So are we ready? I'm ready to start. Yes, already start sweating there, I see. Okay. First of all, a question to you, because we're going to do this detox through cleansing our chakras. Who has never heard of chakras before? Oh, you're all professionals. Hey, Philip. Hello, welcome. So actually you are all professionals, so it will be fine. But mostly when we think of chakras, it is like something mystical, something esoteric. And we see all the pictures, of these yogis sitting down with energy lines moving through them. But hopefully today we're going to make it more tangible, that it can really make an impact on your own life and not just stay somewhere up in the air floating. Okay? But first, before we're going to do that, we need to know what actually are these chakras. So we will take a look inside our body. We're going to take a journey from outside in to see what these chakras are and how we can use them. Okay, so first of all, I have a few of these. Oh, I showed you already. A few of these cards, really nice cards, that can explain to us the different layers within our own bodies. Of course, the first one is like this. I hope you can see it. My camera is not that sharp. Is it okay like this? Yes. So we see all the different elements that are there in material nature, all the elements that make up our material world around us. And of course, also our body. So if we go a little bit inside, we find the most solid structure of our own bodies. What is it? I showed it to you already a little bit. Maybe you can unmute and then you can talk with me a little bit, maybe.
Skeletal system.
Yes, of course. You said this, right? Skeletal. Yes. It makes up the structure of our body so that we can stand up straight. What is after? What comes next?
Muscles.
Yes. The muscles. So everything that makes us move, that is situated around the skeletal system. Then gets a little bit more difficult.
Fascia.
What?
Fascia.
Yeah, sort of, yeah, with the organs, together with all the organs inside that makes us function, that makes us alive, right? Then when we go even deeper, Evan, you need to know because you're the physiotherapist here.
The neurologic system.
Yes, also here we have it. Very, very big one. All the impulses that move through the body so we can feel all our senses and catch the impulses. What else?
The limbic system.
Yes, nice. All the lymphatic system. So all the immune system is built out of this, right? And the fluids going through our body to make us resistant against all sorts of diseases and viruses. And the last one?
Blood.
Yeah, all the cardiovascular system. So all the vessels, the veins that go through our body that bring oxygen to our muscles and our organs. And it's only then after that we find a less tangible, a more subtle body inside of us. And that is very esoteric, our pranic system. So this is our energy system. And now it looks a bit like, whoa, what is this? But we're going to break it down bit by bit. So before we go into that, let us take a look at these last three ones: the lymphatic system, the nervous system, and the blood vessels, the cardiovascular system. What do these three have in common? It's a tricky one.
Carry.
Sorry?
Carriers.
Carriers of?
Oxygen.
Oxygen, yeah.
Blood. Water.
They are connected to each other.
They are connected, yes, of course. The thing is that they all make something flow within the body. Either blood, nutrients, or oxygen. They flow electrical impulses or lymph or hormones, right? There's a certain flow within the body. And this flow makes up our energy. We can compare this to an analogy of water. When I, for instance, take a big lake, yeah, and the water is there, and I take a river that is flowing off a mountain. What is the difference between the two? The thing is that the one is, in movement and the other one is static. Now, which of the two am I going to use to make a lamp burn, for instance, if I want to create energy? I'm going to use, of course, the river, right? I'm going to use the river to create dynamic energy so that I can make my lamp burn. I'm not going to use a static water. The only difference between those two, between the river and the lake, is that this water is moving and the other one is not. There is a flow happening here in the river, and in the lake, it is static. The water is the same. So when there is a flow going on, there is an underlying energy that we can use. Similarly, all these flows that we have in our body, there is an underlying energy pattern. And this energy we call prana. And this prana, we call it in yoga, makes up our whole energy system in the body. And there are very many pathways within the body that transport this energy. And that is what we see here. I hope you can see it. Yes. So we have amongst 27,000 pathways of energy flowing through the body. And so they also cross each other at times. And a moment when two energy pathways, when they cross, that is what we call a chakra. A crossing point of energy is a chakra. So we have approximately 108 chakras within our body. But of course, we can imagine if there is an energy crossing in my pinky, it will be a much less important chakra than, for instance, an energy crossing in my brain. right? Because here there's a lot of energy exchange, and in my pink, not so much. So today we're going to look at the 7 most prominent chakras within our body. And we're going to detox them, hopefully, and cleanse them. Why? Why are chakras so important? Because this energy is the connection between our mind and our body. The connection between our body and mind is energy, is pranic energy. And how can we experience that ourselves? I think you all woke up one day that you slept in, and then you were laying on your arm, and you wake up and your arm is, you cannot move your arm anymore. Did you all experience this before? Yeah. So the thing is that your arm is still alive, right? It's not broken down yet. It's still alive. So your body is there. Also in your mind, there is the will to move your arm, but you can't. It's like it's not even part of your body anymore. It's just... So what is missing? The mind is there, the body is there, but the connection between the two is not there. And that is the flow of energy, prana. Similarly, we have, for instance, people who are paralyzed, right? For instance, we see people who are paralyzed from the neck down. Their body is still alive. They have the will to move in their mind, but they cannot make the connection because the flow of energy is not right. And that is the importance of the energy system within us, the importance of chakras, because it's this energy that creates the connection between body and mind. So that means if there's a blockage, a problem in our energy system, then there can be either a problem in our minds or a problem within our body. So if we detox or cleanse that, that means that we cleanse our whole mind and our body. Yeah, so that's why we're going to do that today. We're going to look at the 7 main chakras. They are situated in one line, the middle line of the body. And for every chakra, I'm going to give you a small explanation, what it means, how it makes impact on both our bodies and our mind. We're going to do some exercises, both physical, mental, and some other things. And I'm going to show you a PowerPoint that goes with that. So I will share my screen with you now. Hopefully you can see it. Thumbs up if you can see it. Yes? Okay, good. So this start actually already esoteric, but this is the yogi. And every time we're gonna add one chakra until in the end we can understand the full energy system. Are you all ready? Great. Okay, let's start. So the very first chakra is situated there where you see the red dot. And it's almost at the lowest point of our bodies. We can say, if you take the very lowest point and then go 5 centimeters up, that is the place of the very first chakra. And it's the place where the energy, all the energy lines in the body start. So when the energy is is starting. So let us look at this. It's called the Muladhara chakra. And we can say it's the root. It's the foundation, like the basis of our existence and of our energy system. So this chakra is connected to all the primal, more animalistic side of us. So our bones, our teeth, and the feet, right? Where we go into the earth, where we are connected to the earth. Because this Muladhara chakra is very much connected to the element earth. Therefore, also it's connected to smell. When we look at animals, their smelling power is the one organ that is mostly emphasized, that's mostly developed in them. And that's why this very basic chakra in humans is also connected to our smell. And last of all, adrenaline. Adrenaline is very important. We see this also in animals coming back, because these animals, they have 3 basic reactions. Who knows what these basic reactions are? The 3 Fs.
Fight, flight.
Freeze.
Freeze, yes. Fight, flight, and freeze. This is what adrenaline does to our body. And that is also what is happening in this chakra and what this chakra is connected to. So it gives us a sense of survival. It helps us to survival in this world and in this life. And it is blocked by fear, the opposite of that. So when we connect this to our mental space, we can see that if this chakra is healthy, it means that we experience that stability from the earth, stability within us, security. And we can also draw that line further, that we trust ourselves. We trust our instincts. And that we feel strong inside. But on the other hand, if it's imbalanced, that means that we're overcome by fear. Fear of change, for instance, or fear to take risks, fear to really go for what you really want in life. It can also connect you too much to that earth element. So earth gives us stability, safety, gives us strength. But on the other hand, if it goes too much in the other direction, it can also bring us more into materialistic way of life, very much connected to materialism. And we see this very much in society now, unfortunately, that our lowest chakra is too much emphasized, which makes people addicted to security, right? Often, for instance, financial security. They cannot stand their jobs, but they still keep doing it because they're addicted to security, or they're addicted to having material possessions, and they have a fear of when things are going to change. So they hope to keep everything the same constantly. That means that this Muladhara chakra is imbalanced. So it's very important to make this one strong and healthy. So that is what we're going to do by first asking you the following question. So you can reflect on this in your own life to see if you are imbalanced. What are you afraid of? Where does this fear manifest within your life? Which fears are unconsciously governing your emotions, your behavior, and your thoughts? So you can take some time to write down if you like. So fear, because this chakra is blocked by fear. So which fears unconsciously govern your emotions, your thought and behavior? Take a minute to write down. Normally I would make nice background music, you know, but I don't know how to do it here on the on Zoom. Yeah, so if you're almost ready writing, you can slowly come to your mat. Yeah. Or to the space where you can move. Oh, I see whole books written here already. It's just the first chakra, but okay. Yes. Okay. So let's slowly come back, come to our mat, take the space. So first of all, this chakra is very much connected to the feet. And we know that in the feet, there are all sorts of nerve endings that pass all the other organs in the body. So it's very important that when this chakra is balanced, that you also have the healthy nerve endings in your foot. So let us first take our foot. I hope you can see me. Oh. Yes. Take our foot, and we take the whole inside from the big toe all the way down. We take our thumbs and we go through our foot. And try to observe if there are any spaces that are hard, where there's like a knot, muscle knot or something like that going on inside. So this inside of the foot is connected to the spine. So if you feel somewhere there is a painful spot there, it means that your spine or the muscles around your spine are having small problems. Yes. So make it loose. Yeah. Good. Then we take our fist and we go with the fist through the inside of the foot. Try to make it loose there. Open the inside. So when we touch the inside of the foot, that means that also all the nerve endings are opening right there. Yeah. And therefore the skeleton, the body inside. Okay. Then we take 2 fingers and we go through every toe. We push every toe in the middle. Yeah. That is mostly connected, I think, to the brain. Yeah. So just the toes. Yes. Okay. Then we go to the front side of the foot and we try with 2 thumbs to go in between all the bones there. In between the fascia. Yes. Good. Nice. Give the whole foot a little shake so we warm a little bit up. Yes. Shake, 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 shake. Good. And we did this once also in class for the ones who were there. Try to put your foot on the floor and lift only your big toe. Only the big toe. We notice, huh? To see how much developed is your Muladhara chakra, can I separate the toes? Move only the big toe. Okay? Try to move only the second and the third toe. The rest stays on the floor. Only those 2. Move. Yes. Yeah. And the last 2, try to move them together. Uh-oh. Yes. Okay. Let's go to the other foot. Taking the inside of the foot. Going through the whole inside with the 2 thumbs. Try to find any spots that are stuck. Yeah. So this is connected to the skeleton, this inside. Spine. Yes. Nice. Okay. Then we take our fist and we go through the whole inside of the foot. Warm it up. Yeah, the extremities of the body. Great. If you have done that, we take 2 fingers and we go through every single toe. It's our connection with the earth elements. Oh, nice. Yeah. Good. And last, we take 2 thumbs and we go through the front side of the foot. Upside, yeah. We go through all the different muscles there and bones. Yes. It's a funny view from here. Okay, give a small warm up to the foot and a small shake. Check, 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 check. Nice. And we place it on the floor. Let's see how our nervous system is connected. So we lift only the big toe. Yes. And lift only the middle toe and the third toe, or the second toe. Yeah, both the middle ones. Yes, and the last 2 toes, lift only those. It is physically possible somehow. Good. Okay, nice. Then we place both feet on the floor. We can slowly roll up, come on our toes, and we bring our hands up, breathe deeply in, bring the hands up. I'll just put the camera a little bit more up, like that. Yes. And we stay low. So stay going into your legs like this. Close your eyes for a moment and try to feel that lowest point in the body. 5 centimeters in. Breathe slowly in and out. And try to feel that point. And the connection between the body and that internal feeling. Good. Go a little bit deeper. A little bit deeper. Yes, hold on. Breathing in. Softly out. Breathe towards that point. Deeply in. Soft out. Last one, deep in. And on the out breath, slowly coming. Okay. You can see. Yes, good. We bring our feet outside. We point them to the sides. We make a big pose. Arms are going to the side. This is called the mountain pose. Open a little bit the throat up and the chest also. Close your eyes. Try to feel your connection with the floor, with the ground. Feeling the earth under your feet, the stability that it brings, both to your body, growing upwards, and also to your mind. Softly grounded in the moment and in the experience of your body. Slowly we bring our hands low to that point, and we bring our knees to the outside. So we slowly sink down. Yes, keep open your legs and keep the spine very straight. Nice. Breathing in, bring the arms up. High, sink a little bit deeper, going down. Good. Keep it here for a moment. Hands can be on the knees. Feel the strength building up in the thighs. Nice. Bring the left arm up, going all the way over to the right. Stay stable down in the lower body and soft in the upper body. Breathe deeply in, going softly to the other side. Right arm goes up, go all the way over. Yes, thighs beginning to work, good. And breathing in, coming back. Yes, last one, go a little bit deeper. Yes, and breathing deeply in, come up. Bring the feet together and slowly roll down, come to a sitting position. Yes. So here, we're gonna also, for every chakra, place the camera a little bit. For every chakra, we're also gonna do very small meditation since we don't have much time. So since it's energy, energy vibrates. So for every chakra, there's a different vibration that is connected to it. And if we utter that vibration ourselves, then we also stabilize that point. So we're gonna do that 5 times. We're gonna utter the sound that is connected to that particular chakra. So let us first take the mudra, that means a hand pose, that is connecting the energy lines of the hands to that energy point in the body. So we take our left hand down and our right hand is up. Yes. Close your eyes. Straighten the spine and feel how you root downwards from your sitting bones and slowly growing up through the middle point of your brain, going up. Yes. Breathing deeply in, softly out through the mouth. Breathe in, softly out. Deep in. Relax the shoulders, relax your face. For a moment, deepen your breath internally. And try to bring all the focus, all your consciousness and awareness to that point, lowest point in the body. Try to feel the energy bundle gathering there. Then together we're going to utter the sound that is connected to this chakra, which is lung. So we're going to chant together the sound lung. Breathing deeply in. Breathe out. Lung. Breathe deeply. Lung. Breathe. Lung. 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 lung, lung, feel the resonance of the sound going through the body, cycling down, sinking downwards into that lowest chakra. Breathing deeply in, bring both hands to the side of your body, upwards. Finding each other above and slowly sinking down to the heart. Good. That was our first one, our first chakra. Hopefully you were able to feel it a little bit, feeling the stability in the body. Yeah? Sort of? Okay. Good. So that is the very first one, the basis, the root of our whole energy system. Let us look a little bit further. So when we go upwards, we find the second one. The second one is called the Swadhisthana chakra. And it's a little bit on top. It's close to the bladder and to the uterus and the prostate. Oh, I see someone said one in the chat. Oh, yeah. So if you want to have me big, you can just double press my face and then I become big. And then when you double press again the PowerPoint, then the PowerPoint becomes big. So you can choose what you like. Okay. So does someone know what Swadhisthana means? For the ones who were in class, maybe you remember? No? Sanskrit scholars here. So Swadhisthana means sweetness. So this chakra is connected to everything that makes life sweet, that makes life taste sweet. So it's connected to pleasure, because it's also close to the sexual organs, but also to joy, and of course, yeah, sexuality. So everything that makes life taste sweet, that is connected to this chakra. It's connected to the uterus for females and for the prostate for men, and also, of course, the bladder. And then we see two things happening. First of all, because it's connected to the uterus where new life begins, it is therefore connected to fertility, vruchtbaarheid, of the women, and also femininity. So this is the most female chakra that you can have. And it is also connected to water, the water element in my body. Because from there, you know, the bladder, the kidneys, all the water system that flows through, that is connected to this chakra. And it's very important because almost 80% of my whole body is made out of water. So if this one is not balanced, we can forget about, about the rest, right? So we can see this also happening in our bodily movements. For instance, if this one is nicely balanced, we see that fertility, it becomes elegant. So my movements, they become very elegant. When we see ballerinas, they have mostly a very nice developed Swadhisthana chakra, and they move very graciously, or like a queen-like quality. And because of the water element, my movements become very fluid. We see this also. I have some modern dancers also. Philip, you are, yes, Philip is a modern dancer. So if you want to be very fluid and like snake-like in your movements, you need to focus on this one. But we see also that, for instance, young adults who are just in the transition, all the hormones are coming in, their chakra is disbalanced. And we see that also in their bodily movement. They're not elegant, but they're a little bit clumsy, uncoordinated with their bodies. And that fluidity is not really there. The clumsiness, unhandiness is there. So we see that happening. Okay, let's take it. Yes. So when we take this into our mental space, we can see that when this chakra is balanced, I see that fluidity also in my personality. I'm not so rigid. I'm fluid. I'm not such in a hokjes denken, thinking in boxes, but I can let it flow. Also, I can go with the flow, both in life, also in myself, in my own mind. I'm very open. I have a kind personality. And with this chakra, I'm not only trusting in myself, in my own instincts, but I'm also trusting in the world, in society, and in other people. I can give trust to other people. Also, since this one is very connected to the hormones going through my body, sexuality, etc. If this chakra is very much balanced, it means that I have a great emotional intelligence. I know how to deal with emotion of both myself and others. Whereas if it's unbalanced, then I can be completely all over the place with my emotions. The slightest moment when something happens, I'm very chaotic from the inside. When the full moon comes, oh no, I'm lost. So that is what an imbalance creates. Also, I can go overly into this pleasure, seeking pleasure in life and becoming completely addicted to finding pleasure. Constantly, I need a new rush, or I need sexuality. And therefore, I can also become manipulative, because I want to manipulate the world around me and the people around me in order to gain that pleasure for me. If it's too closed, then what is coming out is guilt. I'm depriving myself from the happiness in life, and therefore I'm experiencing guilt. So this chakra is opened by pleasure and is closed by guilt. Therefore, the question to you is, what do you still feel guilty about? We almost never think of it, that there's some guilt left in our system. So take a moment and think for yourself, what feelings of guilt do I still feel within that are blocking me, that are minimizing my potential? Take some time to write a little bit down. When you're ready, you can slowly come to your mat. Yes. So if you want to see me big, you can double click my face and then I think I will become big. Yes. So poses that are connected to this chakra, they mostly have to do with the openness of the hips. Okay, so actually we're going to do that while sitting down. So we're going to move downwards. First of all, we can bring the soles of our feet together and we can just open our hips very softly here a few times. So when there's openness created in the hips, then there's a stimulus going inside to that place, to the Swadhisthana chakra. Okay. Breathing deeply in, stretch the back long up, and on the exhalation, slowly move forward. Tilting the hips to the back. Try to tilt them to the back and open the hips. Try to, every out breath, loosen the resistance in that spot. And try to really bring your attention inwards to that place close to the uterus, prostrate. Breathing in deeply, breathing out softly. Just allowing some time for the hips to open. Good. Breathing deeply in, bringing the arms all the way long up. And out, breath, relax down. Now a pose that not so many people like. We go and open the legs in this position. So try to stretch them downwards from the knees, that there's energy flowing from the down side of your legs. Flex the feet. We're gonna take our hands together and make small circular, or big actually, big circular motions all over. So you take your breath, you breathe in when you go back, you breathe out when you go forward. This way we're opening our body to let the flow come in. So slowly going. Every time a little bit bigger, a little bit further, opening all the muscles around that place. Yes, and the other side also. Going a little bit further, breathing out as you go forward, breathe in when you go back. Yes, and going back. Good. And last one, very last one. Okay, breathe deeply in, bring the spine straight, bring the right hand all the way over to your left leg, and the left hand going all the way inside your right thigh, twisting around yourself. Close your eyes and bring your attention downward. Try to bring your breath to that place. Breathing deeply in, out through the mouth, relax. Deep in, softly out. Breathe in, and relax, coming back. Bring the hands to the side, deeply in. Breathe out, going to the other side, left hand on the outside of the right leg, and the right hand on the inside of the left leg. Push yourself into a twist. Breathing through the stomach, the lowest point of the stomach, and feeling how slowly this chakra is getting more and more visible to your mind's eye. Deeply in and softly out. Deep in. And out. Last one, deep in. And on the out breath, coming back. Okay. Bending the knees softly, keeping them open. Yeah. Slowly we bring our hands under our knees. Yes, and try to softly relax the head and the spine downward. Relax, yes. Try to bring the focus to the hips, trying to feel all these muscles around that area. Relax. Feel how every inhalation, the hips are opening more, letting all the resistance and friction go every out breath. For the ones who want, you can try to stretch your legs even in this position. Stretch them with the hands underneath. Little dessert. Yes. Good. And untangle softly, coming up. Bending the knees once more, placing the hands behind ourselves and opening the chest to the sky, breathing deeply in. Out through the mouth. Deep in. And the last one, deep in. And slowly coming back, bring the legs together. Bring both hands to that lowest place, close to the uterus, or yeah, for the man, it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, upwards. Closing the eyes, relaxing the shoulders, relax your face. And try to feel the warmth coming from your hands going inside of your body. Try to breathe softly towards that place as we prepare to go to our sound vibration. The sound that is connected to the Swadhisthana chakra is called Vang, the sound Vang. So relax your chest. Breathing deeply in, let's chant together. Vang. 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 Relax your mouth and tongue. Try to bring your mind towards that place. Softly feeling the inside of your body. The energy coming loose in that place. And breathing deeply in, hands come to the side, all the way up. And on the out breath, slowly open your eyes, bring the hands to the heart. Yes. Okay, our second chakra, great. Nice. So if you would like to open this chakra at home and you would like to do something more, you can spend time along water. When you're close to a water body, close to a lake, or close to the ocean, or maybe taking a bath even at home, or drink a lot of tea, that also helps this chakra to balance inside of your body. Yeah. If there are any questions about any chakra, you can always just let me know. Huh? Okay. Ready to go to the next, the third one? Yes. So the third one is the power center of the body. So it's close to the navel. There's some discussion if it's just on top or just below. So I just say, it's in the navel. It's around that area. So let's check it out. The name of this chakra is called the Manipura chakra. And this literally means the shining jewel in the city. And then we think, what do you mean, city jewel? What's this? So the city actually means the body. So this chakra is the shining jewel inside of the body. It is the core, right? So why is it called the jewel? Has anyone have any idea why it could be the jewel? What is meant by jewel? No, nothing. Evan says, nope. Never mind. Yeah, so it is called jewel. Jewel stands for the mind, actually. They say the mind is our internal jewel. And why is the mind connected to my stomach? Well, they say actually in the stomach is the second brain. Because they found that in the brain, there are a lot of neurons. So a lot of brain cells actually right there in the brain, in the stomach. And we can actually feel this as well in our day-to-day life. Maybe you have once had a great lunch, amazing lunch, nice cakes, fries, everything. And then afterwards you have to concentrate or you have to remember things. Oh, don't even start, right? It doesn't work. When your stomach is full, the concentration is far not to be seen any longer. When I was still a dancer, and when we used to have, birthdays, then we would have big cakes. And then afterwards, when a choreographer would come and we had to learn all the steps, my God, I needed a few hours. So we see that the mind is very closely connected to the stomach. Also, for instance, if you're in love, you feel the butterflies in your stomach, right? Or when you're nervous, you feel your stomach going. Oh. So the emotions that we experience in our mind are very much connected to our Manipura chakra, to the stomach. Then second of all, it's not just a jewel. No, it's a shining jewel. So what does this shining mean? The shining stands for fire. We saw the lowest chakra is the earth element. Then the second chakra is the water element. And this third one is fire. And we see this also, we see the fire of digestion within us. It's the fire that makes everything we eat turn into energy. And just as, for instance, wood is transferred into light and heat by fire. So wood is transferred into energy in the form of light and heat. So all the food that we eat is also transformed into energy inside of the body. So this point actually stands for transformation. Transformation, because it's the point that the most transformation is happening constantly in the body. It also stands for internal power and action. It is actually the very first point, they say, that you receive outside energy, because it's the point where how do you say that in English? The navelstreng. Does someone know the English words? Christina, you know when you're connected to your mom?
Umbilical cord.
Oh my God. Okay, look at that. One more time. Umbilical cord. Oh, wow. Okay. So you're connected with your mom as a baby. So that is the first place where you gain external energy into your body. So also in, for instance, arts like that have to do a lot with power and that internal power is, for instance, Qigong of Kung Fu. And they're very much connected to that point. Yeah. So how do we transfer that to our mind, to our mental space? Of course, the internal power, the strength of your own will. But not only that will, also, for instance, the courage to make that desire that you have into action. And also to discipline, to stick to it. So courage, discipline, willpower. But also when you have a desire, that it doesn't just stay with an internal desire, but that we can actually put it into action and make it into, that it can have an impact, an influence on our lives. So it also stands for individuality. It is a point that is connected to me. I'm standing in my own power and I'm going to express that. So when it's imbalanced, it means that first of all, you can go into the extreme. So you can become very egoistic, not listening to other people around you, being completely self-centered or over-ambitious. This is what I want. And everyone else, it doesn't really matter. So you're not so compassionate. You just go for your thing. But it can also go to the other side, that you feel completely powerless and you don't dare to show what you actually want. You don't dare to say how you actually feel. You have a lot of desires inside of you, but you don't have the power to actually make it into a change, a tangible change in your life. Or when it's too open, you really want to control everything around you. And with that comes the anger, frustration to do that. So we can say shortly that this chakra stands for willpower, and it is closed off by shame. When we experience shame, we close this chakra. And we can also see it how someone stands. If the navel falls back, it means the chakra is too closed and we are feeling powerless. We're often easily manipulated. We feel a little bit ashamed for ourselves. When it's too open, I'm there, I'm in beast mode. So we want that to be soft, balanced. So the question that I would like to ask you is, what are you ashamed of at this point? any aspect in your life, your body, your qualities, what are you ashamed of? And are you disappointed in yourself in any area? So shame and disappointment. They're a little bit confronting, the questions, but it's good to think about. So when you're ready, you can softly come to your mat. You have enough time to write? This is okay? Or you feel like you need a little bit more? Little bit more, or? Yes. Yes, Lillian also ready? No, okay. A lot of disappointments. I hope not. Yeah. Okay. So this is a chakra that we want to ignite our inner fire. So we do that in multiple ways. First of all, we're going to use our breath. So we're going to do an exercise that I learned when I was doing a retreat in Kung Fu. Because in Kung Fu, they really use that point, because that's where the inner strength comes from, right? So we are going to take our hands forward, like this. And on the exhalation, we make fists. We turn them to the sky and we bring them towards that point down. So we go like, and exhale. So we're going to breathe in through our nose and out through the mouth. And we're going to start slowly and then increase it, and then stop. Okay? Let's go. Breathing deeply in. With force and power, huh? Last one. Bringing the fists towards each other, breathing deeply in, holding the breath. Bring the attention towards that point where the fists match, and just feel what is happening inside. And breathing out. Good. We're going to now do the same, but then with our hands upwards. Yes, breathing in. Last. Bringing the fists towards each other, breathing deeply in. Hold your breath. Feeling all the sensations that happen within, all the distribution of heat, energy softly flowing and the inner fire awakening. And breathe out. Gonna do it one last time, but now we're gonna only breathe in and out through our nose. Okay, so through this, we actually awaken this whole energy flow that goes through. Huh? So do it with a lot of power, like a bull who's entering the arena. Okay, I'm breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Last one. Bring the fists together around the navel. Breathing deeply in. Hold the breath. Feel the heartbeat. Soft sensations going through. And the power, the potential in that point. Now breathing softly out. Good. Bring the hands behind us. Bring the legs forward. Do we feel a little bit this inner fire? Hopefully. You feel a little bit, oh, I'm awake. Yes. So when I do this, I feel not only my nose going open, but even my ears. So it has to be like a deep cleanse from everything. Okay, taking it straight back to back all the way from down. We're gonna lift the left leg up and lift the right leg up. Oh no, yes. Lower stomach exercises and abs are really good to open this chakra. So hold it. Breathing deeply in, placing the hands next to the legs. Keeping the balance, keeping the shoulders down and a nice straight back. And feel the power that is forming itself around the navel area. Breathing deeply in, softly out. Deep in. Relax. Last one. And breathe out, bring softly the legs towards you, embrace your legs. Relax immediately the stomach and the lower abs. We're gonna softly go again, slowly. And bring the hands to the back. Breathing in, lifting both legs up. Straighten the lower back, yes. Bring the hands on the underneath the knees, yes. Keep the shoulders open and trying to stretch the legs upwards. Yes, all the feet towards the camera, good. Breathing deeply in and out. Feel the power within, deep in and out. Deep in breath, bring the hands also upwards in line with the legs. Keep the strength, yes, breathing in and out. And softly relax, embrace the legs. Relax. Yes. Nice. Good. Open the legs to the side. Taking the fists towards each other again around the navel. We're going to go to our sound. The sound for this chakra is rang with an R. Rang. Yes. So keeping the sit bones down, rooting in the earth. Don't forget the other chakras, right? We're building slowly up through all of them, but also rising up from the crown of your head. We're going to sing or chant together, rang, and try to really project the vibration outwards so you can feel it change the cells in your system. Breathing deeply in. Rang. Relax softly the hands. Feel the resonance of the vibration going through the body. And try to feel the potency of power and strength behind the navel. Opening yourself to courage, to discipline, to your own individuality and your willpower. Breathing deeply in, bring the hands via the side, long up. On the out breath, slowly open your eyes, bring the hands back to the heart. Great, okay. So this was our third chakra already. And if you want to do something else besides exercises, it's really good to for this chakra to be balanced, to be in the sun or to be close to fire. So a bonfire, or to do some sun therapy, or just take a hike in a warm country, not in Holland. And what is also good is to do some planking or some something for your abs, to make that strong, that area. Yeah. Okay. We do one more chakra and then we take a small break for you, okay, to just drink something and go to the toilet. And then we finish with our last three, okay? So the last one is actually the most important one immediately. It's the heart chakra. So close to the heart area. Of course, there's a lot of energy build up because it's sort of the engine, the middle point of your body. So that is called the anahata. Now I have to change something here. Yeah. Okay, that is called the anahata. And also in the philosophical tradition of India, they call that the seat of the soul. So that's the place where the soul, is seated. Yes, the soul, where actually the core of our being is situated. And they say from this soul, or this absolute core of who you are, from that place, our consciousness finds its way through the whole body. But this is actually the source of our consciousness dwelling in our body. So it's a very important point in almost all traditions. They also call it the third brain. So we already had our second brain in our stomach, but now we have the third brain in the heart. Why is it the third brain? Actually, they found also a lot of neurons, brain cells around the heart area. And they found something very interesting with that. Namely, the brain, of course, from here, it's like the computer that signals to all the organs and all the, the extremities of the body. So it sends a lot of impulses down. And these impulses can be measured. It's just an electrical impulse, so it can be measured. But the heart, they found, sends much more messages up to the brain than the brain does towards every part of the body. So the heart is chatting constantly to the brain. And we can feel that electrical field of all these impulses that the heart sends out to the brain. We can feel it and sense it for over 1.5 meters away from our body. We can still feel the impact of the heart. Whereas the brain, these impulses are 40 times less strong than those of the heart. 40 times. Whereas now we think, oh, brain over heart. But it's actually the other way around in almost every aspect. So as a chakra, and also actually in the body, the heart, or the anahata chakra, functions as a bridge. We see here all the chakras that we have, and we see that the heart is exactly in the middle. There are three chakras downward that we just discussed, and there are 3 chakras upwards. So the heart is the bridge in between them. It's the absolute middle point where all the energy gathers. So it's the crossroad. we see also a sort of an evolution going through our body. So we see that the lower chakras, they have to do with our more animalistic side. So they're there, what we said about our survival, our fear, and downward goes all the food, all the waste goes out. Then our reproduction organs, the second one, reproduction, sexuality, and then transforming food into energy and power. Those are actually things that animals have as well. So those are the more gross way of our life. They are where the instincts are. They're connected to this material world, and they're connected very much to body and the animalistic side of us. Whereas these higher chakras that the heart connects, lower and down, they are more higher functions. So the heart stands, of course, for love and compassion. Then we have here the throat, which we can communicate. We can use language with each other. We can connect. Then we have our brain, which is also differently developed than animals. We have our third eye with our intuition. And then we have the above chakra, which stands for spiritual development. So actually the heart, it connects this lower functions or this more basic functions with the higher nature that we have, with the spirit, with the mind. So therefore the heart is like a bridge, very important. So when the heart is in balance, of course, we get all the nice and lovely things like connection. It is a bridge, and bridge connects. So it connects also in a mental way towards each other and also with ourselves. It gives us compassion to all the people around us, but again, also to ourselves. And forgiveness. Forgiveness is a very important function of the heart. And I think this is maybe the one that we really need to train in this society at this moment. When it's imbalanced, you become very critical to others. You become, what does it say? Oh, wait. Yeah. You become very critical to others, very judgmental. You judge what the other one is doing, and you cannot change your perspective to see, okay, this is what the other person is experiencing. So you have a lack of empathy, actually. Also, you begin to feel indifferent about the world. Doesn't really care. I don't matter. I'm outside of that. I'm doing my own thing. So you're not really connected with your environment or with the people around you. This can give you also isolation and gives you a very empty feeling in your heart, because joy and love, it comes through connection with each other. So this chakra is opened by love. And it is closed or blocked by grief. And grief is actually a more deep-rooted emotion than just sadness. It's really something that you carry with you over time. So the question is, what do we grieve over in life at this moment? What grief is blocking me to feel connection? What sadness is still there? Maybe in a specific connection with someone else, or a fight you had, or difficult situation, or you had to let go of someone, or maybe you haven't been able to show forgiveness to someone, or someone hasn't shown that to you. What do we grieve over? Yes. A few more moments. Good. Okay. So what's actually also good to mention is we mentioned about how the heart is balanced and how it is when it's too open or too closed, but it can also be too open. And when it's too open, it means that I'm giving so much and I'm not receiving an equal amount back. So that can actually be very tiresome, and it can also tire the heart, and it can close the heart eventually also. Also, when it's too open, it means that I have difficulties with showing my boundaries to others. They walk all over me. So therefore, it's very important that this one is completely balanced. Normally, when we would be together, I would say, oh, now we're going to embrace each other, because embracing and all of that is very important to open this chakra and to have a connection to each other. So for now, we can embrace ourselves if we breathe deeply in, breathing out, grabbing ourselves. Yes, wait. Oh, come slowly to your mat if you're not there yet. Yeah. Okay. So breathing deeply in, open the heart. Breathing out, taking your head with you downwards, embrace yourself. Breathing deep. And embrace. Deep in. And softly out. Bring softly both hands towards each other in the heart. So this in yoga, this mudra stands for the namaste, stands for bringing the dualities together and connecting them. So this is a very good one. Going from left to right, around the spine, opening everything around the chest. Take your shoulders with you. Good. Only the spine. Yes. Good. Breathing deeply in, bring your hands to the back, open the heart, breathe deep in through the heart, open it. Breathing out, relax. Deep in, open the heart. Out, relax, come back. Bring the hands all the way above us, crossing them. Yes, bring them towards each other and grab them. Yes, bring them to the front and slowly under us. Yes, that they can come to our hearts. Close your eyes. Breathing deeply in and out. While we have our hands here, we're doing our mantra. So we're gonna do the mantra called Yang. The mantra Yang. We breathe deeply in. Yang. Breathe towards your heart. Feel the resonance in the chest. Yang. Relax softly, feeling the warmth of your hands going into the heart. Feeling how every time the heart is massaged by the lungs and how space is created. Every inhalation and exhalation. Feel the heart beating in the chest. The rhythm of life. Slowly untangle the hands, bringing them towards us from in front of the mat. So we're going to open the heart also by a few exercises. So taking the back straight, and on the inhalation, we drop the navel towards the floor, and we open the chest as much as possible. Breathe in, breathe out, bring the heart as much as possible to the ceiling. And so you really think from the heart, move from the heart, breathing. And out. High as possible, breathing deeply in. And out. Deep in. Open. And out. Close it. Breathe deeply in. Soft out. Deep in. And on the exhalation, curl your feet and downward dog. Yes. So downward dog and also the plank, which we're going to do, are very much connected to the heart. So try to always have the focus on the heart. Feel what's happening inside. And feel the elongation in your spine. More and more, the body is helped to bring the blood back to the heart. Breathe deeply in, and on the exhalation, we come long forward into a plank. Yes, plank. You thought nice workshop, but no, it's working. Going a little bit to the front and the back. Breathing deeply in, come back to our downward dog. Breathe in. On the exhalation, come long forward. Lift the left leg off the floor. Yes, keep strong and back. Lift the right leg off the floor and back. Lift the left hand to the front and back and right. Yes, and back. Breathing deeply in. On the exhalation, downward dog. Yes, nice. Breathe deeply in. Breathe out, come through the plank position. Let the hips fall. Open the spine. Open the heart. Good. And breathing in, coming back to downward dog. On the exhalation, we place our left hand or left foot between our hands. Yes. Keep the other leg straight and off the floor, coming up. We breathe deeply in, bring the hands up. Breathe out, we open the chest, open the hands to the side, this way. Yeah. Breathing deeply in. Bring the front. Breathe out, open the heart. Breathing deeply in. Arch, open. Deeply in. And arch. Last one. Deep in. And open. Placing both hands next to the leg and downward. Good. Breathing in. On the exhalation, bring the right leg between the hands. Strengthen the other leg. Feel the power and stability that we trained in the beginning. Yes. Fluid upper body. Breathing in. Breathe out. Open the chest. Release the heart. Deep in. Open. And in. Every time a little bit more space around the heart. Deep in. And out. Last one. Deep in. And open. Placing both legs next to each other. Standing straight, putting the hands on the heart. For a moment. Hopefully you feel your heartbeat now. Feel the heart beating in the chest. Feel how it's slowly softening back to its 0 point, to the balance. And we connect with the gratefulness, gratitude. First of all, gratitude for our heart beating, for nourishing our soul and body. Also gratitude for the moment that we share together, the inner journey that we can take together. Breathing deeply in, bring the hands via side, long up, and descending them towards the heart. Slowly open the eyes. Nice. Okay, great. Hopefully all our hearts are open now. Very good remedy if we don't, or if we want to do something else as well, is something you're all gonna enjoy a lot. Massage. Actually, it's very good to open the heart chakra is to massage. Not only you massage someone else or yourself, but also to get a massage and to experience one. Why? Because the heart, the energy lines that come from the heart, they go towards the hands. So if we involve the hands in connection with another body or with my own, then the heart chakra is also opened. Huh? Yeah. Oh, and the second one is also to laugh. When we laugh, the heart chakra is immediately opening by itself. So this is someone who has a very open heart. They laugh very easily. Whereas someone who has a closed heart is indifferent, then it takes a lot of effort to make them laugh. So this you can take a little test. Yeah. So that was the middle. We are in the middle. We need 3 more chakras. Let's take small breaks so you can just drink something, maybe go to the toilet, maybe find someone to hug. Yeah. Oh, maybe the palm tree, Esther. Yes. Yeah. So take like 5 minutes and let it sink in the system, and then we'll continue with our higher functions, our spirit and minds. Good? Okay. Yes, let us slowly go to our final 3 chakras. Oh, yes, important. Let's go to our 5th one. The 5th one is the throat chakra, the Vishuddhi chakra. And they call this in yoga the fountain of youth. Why that is, we won't go into now, but it's very interesting. They feel like the nectar of life falls in the throat, and from there, your life is prolonged. So that's why yogis, they do a lot of things with their tongues, going into their throats and all of that. But that's for some mystical yogi course once. Let's go into our chakra. So the Vishuddhi chakra is of course connected to our throat. And in the throat, we also have the thyroid, which produces a lot of important hormones. And it's connected also to the lungs. So there we find, of course, communication. Communication comes from that place. But also vulnerability. We see that the skin around this place is very, small or tender. And it carries the head. And the head is the supercomputer, right, that governs the body. So if there's something happening to this place, it has an influence on this computer you have. So it's a very vulnerable place. And there's also the place and the chakra of surrender. Because the moment when we surrender or we think of this word, we open, we do like this, I surrender. And when you surrender yourself to someone, you expose this part. It doesn't matter to expect, or yeah, I mean, it's not so nice to look at, but I surrender my armpit. No, you surrender your heart and your throat. So that's the place of surrender of both the body, but also mental surrender. Surrender to the flow of life, surrender maybe to a higher power, to the divine, or to your higher self. So when we look at this on a more mental level, this stands for the communication and therefore expression of who you are, the authenticity of your being. You can show it's not only individuality, which is more connected to this lower chakra in the navel when we say it's me, an I, the feeling of I, but here it's an expression of not only the I-ness, but also who are you? What qualities do you have? What is in your backpack? So expression, not only of who you are, but also what you think and feel. And with that comes communication, right communication, and also clarity. People who have an open Vishuddhi chakra, they can tell things very clearly and systematically. They can, when there's a lot of information, They can say, ah, it's like this. Tuk, 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 tuk. So there's no confusion. When this is imbalanced, you get a lot of confusion in your mind, because everything goes through each other. But the Vishuddhi chakra, it gives you clarity and therefore also sort of peace and space within you. This is also connected to air and space. So we saw earth lower, then water element, then fire element, then the heart is the air element, and here we have air and ether. This is air and space. We see that space also happening there, and space in your mind for clarity, and truth. Truth is very important here. People who have an open Vishuddhi chakra, they can talk and come immediately to the essence of what they want to say. Because we have a lot of people who have an imbalanced Vishuddhi chakra and they talk and talk and talk, but they don't talk about anything. They can continue talking for ages, but they're not really saying something. They just want to talk. Also, if this imbalance, you can go to the exact opposite. So you become very introvert. You just follow the rest. You don't dare to speak up for yourself. You're very shy. You're very introvert. And you also have the fear to let go, to surrender. So even if you know that something is bad for you, some bad habit or some toxic person in your life, or a situation at work, or maybe your whole work situation, or something you're in which you feel it's not good for me, you have a fear to let go of that. Even you know intellectually it's wrong, you don't dare to let it go. That is when the Vishuddhi chakra is closed. Also, when it's open, you have very high ideals. Ideals, you say that in English? Like a moral code. You feel like this is how it's supposed to be, and this is what I stand for, and therefore I follow that. Because you have people, they are very hypocrite. They say, yes, I stand for this, and then they act in another way. So someone who has an open Vishuddhi chakra, they stand for something, they know it, and they dare to act like that as well. They have that discipline. And also they're flexible people, because they have that clarity, they have that space inside of them, and therefore they have the flexibility to change plans, last minute changes. And people who don't have that, they are confused, they're cramped, it's chaotic. So no, we cannot change anything. It has to be like this, straight lines, no space. That's when a Vishuddhi chakra is closed. You can see that when something is wrong with your Vishuddhi chakra, you get pain in your neck or shoulders. When you take too much on your shoulders, you get pain in your shoulders and these upper muscles of the shoulder, and also your neck. And you can have problems in your thyroid, or the tonsils. The tonsils, like when you get, for instance, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, is that a disease? Kissing disease, they say. Yeah, tonsils, or in your teeth area, when you get pains and things and infections, bacteria there, maybe I can take a look at my Vishuddhi chakra. This chakra is opened by truth. Truth, not only as in speaking the truth and no lies, but also truth about life, finding truth in life and in others, and seeing the real value in another person. And it is blocked by lies. So the question to you is, what lies do we tell ourselves? And there are mostly many. We're just not always conscious of it. What lies do I tell myself? For instance, there's nothing wrong. Or the most common lie is, I'm okay. How are you? I'm fine. Yeah. So what lies do we tell ourselves internally? So when you're ready, you can slowly come to your space, to your mat. And these are questions that they need more thinking. We don't have so much time in this workshop, but these questions, they deserve the proper attention. So it's good if you feel like this is something that can make an impact on me, take some time also after the workshop to maybe reflect and elaborate a little bit more on these answers. Yeah. Okay. The Vishuddhi chakra is actually a very nice one. It's the most nice, or it's the best when we are together. And we can do this because now I feel a little bit ridiculous because I have to go and do it alone here for you. Because what is this connected to? It's connected to speech. So the best way to open that chakra is to make sound. And not just sound, no, like a sound that comes from your toes. So in yoga, we call this lion pose. I don't know if you know this. In the lion pose, you try to open your face as much as possible. Yeah, like you open your eyes as wide as possible. You open your mouth, your tongue, like that. And you make like a roar, like a lion roar. So we have to come and sit on our heels like this. We put our hands in front of us. And you have to do it with me because otherwise I will feel very stupid. So we're gonna roar loudly while opening our eyes, while opening the tongue. And this is a great way to release that Vishuddhi chakra. Okay, so we're gonna go do it 3 times. Don't laugh too hard. Breathing deeply in and okay, good. Little bit louder. Let's go. Breathing deeply in and putting the tongue out. I hope you don't have neighbors or friends think what's going on. We do one more time. Breathing deeply in and even louder. Good. Okay. Letting go. Okay, come and sit nicely. We do a cooling breath also for this one. Okay. We bring our hands like in prayer position to each other. Relax the system a little bit. So on our in breath, we breathe in like here through our lungs, and on the out breath we bring our elbows up, we open our throats, and we open our mouth, breathing out through the mouth. So breathing deeply in and breathing. Close your eyes. Feel the neck, the throat, deep in and out. Deeply in and out. And out. Last one, deep in and relax out. Open the throat. Good, and relax the hands. Okay, of course, what we also have to do, you have to see if this is comfortable for you, but we're gonna close the throat as well, because when we close, we put pressure on the throat. What happens then? More blood is coming towards that place, and therefore more nutrients, more oxygen, and you open that place also energetically. So we're gonna do our shoulder stand. This looks like this. Try to bring the feet as straight up as possible. If it's not nice for you, try to do it a little bit lower. You have the hips here, but we want to be a little bit upside down. So the yogis amongst us, they know. If you're not so familiar, take it easy, be careful. And just close your eyes and bring your attention towards your throat. Feel what's happening internally and try to breathe towards that place. See it as a small meditation. Good. Softly rolling down. Release. Bring the legs long on the floor. Slowly we bring our head and our shoulders up, coming on our lower arms. Breathing deeply in, open the chest and open the throat, let it fall back. Breathe deeply in together. Expand the lungs and relax, exhale. Deeply in, open. Surrender and exhale. Deep in. And relax, softly come back. Coming to a seating position. Bringing the hands next to us with the palms up towards the sky, closing the eyes. Try to bring your full awareness through that space amongst the throat. And feel how the sound that we're gonna make, how it's resonating there. Letting the frequency go through all these cells around that space. We're gonna make the sound hung with an H. Hung. Breathing deeply in. Hung. Feel the internal energy system waking up. Awakening of the throat chakra. Bring the hands next to the body, breathing deeply in, they come up. The breath out, bringing them towards the middle line of the body, down to the heart, open the eyes. Okay. Yeah, it's great. Okay. So, this was our Vishuddhi chakra. You can also open the Vishuddhi chakra in different ways. The best way to open it and to balance it is to sing. So if we can, even if we listen to music already, music that has a nice beat, so not like hardcore and hard stuff, but like some mantras or some soft piano music, something like that. Or if we can sing, it's even better. Yeah, sound works with this one. Okay. And then I hope you don't mind that we go maybe 15 minutes over time. Is that okay by everyone? Okay, good. If you have to go, you have to go. It's fine. You get the recording also. So we come by one of the most important ones next to the heart, and it is the one in the brain. So the middle, right in the middle of the brain. Why is this so important? Because in this energy system, we have, of course, these points, these crossroads. What we said in the beginning, a chakra is a point where two energy lines, they cross. Yeah? So what we see actually that is happening is that the biggest energy lines in the body, oh, that is maybe too esoteric. Wait, let me see if I can draw. Maybe I can draw it for you. So they start here, and this energy line goes like this, goes like that, goes here. Oh, yeah. It's actually good. It goes like this. Then we have another energy line going through the body. It starts also here, and it goes exactly the other way around. Chum. Chum. Yes. Through there, and then straight up. Boom. So we see that these are, just like you have a lot of veins in your body, you also have veins of energy. And these are the two main ones. They call the Ida and the Pingala for the yogis. So these are the yin and the yang in your body. and the female and the male, the two opposites, the dualities of your body, and they come together there. So we see every time they cross, every time they cross, which is, yeah, in all its chakras, tum, 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 there we find a chakra. But in this point here, on top of that, they come together. They come together, and together they go upwards. And that is where we get, and we can understand these esoteric things that we normally see. Now we see, these are the chakras. The two snakes are the two energy lines that cross through it, and they merge together there in the third eye, in the middle of the brain. And then we can also understand these type of things. So this is a sign of the chakra. Very esoteric, but you see two snakes, a middle line. When all the chakras are aligned, you create a third energy line, which goes through all of them straight up, which we call the Kundalini. And then we reach here, upward. So let us then explore that chakra. It's called the Agya chakra, or the third eye, as we know it, the eye of Shiva, or the seat of the mind. It is the place where, how do you say? Yeah, where the mind is seated, in the sense that there comes our concentration. There is where we experience our thoughts, where memory arises, and intelligence. So it's connected to the brain, what we said, and that's why where the mind comes in, connected to our own intelligence, our concentration, memory, and also intuition. So we go a little bit more esoteric there, because we go away from the tangible, and we go more to the untangible there. But it's not only connected to the brain, it's also connected to a very specific part of the brain, which is the pineal gland. I think many people know that, right? It's called also the spiritual organ. And the pineal gland is right in the middle of your brain. It's a very small organ. And they don't know much about that. They are doing research, but it's very hard to find out what actually happens there. They found out two things for now. One of them is that the pineal gland can make, from the crystals in our blood, it can make light rays. It can make light flashes. And therefore, literally, from that place, you can perceive light. And therefore, they call it the third eye. It's a third eye because you can perceive the inner light. So people who have a very mystical, spiritual experience, they experience, for instance, that they see like, oh, I feel like my whole head is enlightened or full of like a light ball of sort. Someone have experienced this? No, not yet. Okay. Yet to come. It's good. But you hear this, that people experience that. That is because the pineal gland, or this third eye, is awakened, and they can perceive that light rays within. Also, what the pineal gland does is it makes a substance which is called DMT. DMT is a substance that is found in every living entity on this planet. So in every plant, in every animal, and every human being. In very small amounts, it's available in every body or every plant animal. So this substance gets released when you get born, in big quantities. When you get born, when you die, or when you're in high states of meditation or transcendence. Then the pineal gland releases a lot of this DMT. And it's also the working substance in this hallucinating things like ayahuasca or mushrooms or this and that. So it's a very mystical thing there, and it's connected to the third eye. Right? So when we bring this towards our mental space, when it's in balance, of course, when it's in balance, we can create that inner intelligence. We can use our concentration, and we can control our minds. And also memory power is very strong then, because I can concentrate nicely, and I have an intuition. I can feel things maybe before they happen, or I feel this is not going to work out, or I feel maybe something is wrong with that person or family member of mine, I should give them a call. You know, that intuition that you can pick up more subtle energies around you, that opens up when your Agya chakra is balanced. Also, inspiration comes from this place. So when you feel like you're stuck, you have no creativity, no inspiration, you should focus on this chakra. And it also gives you this sharpness and alertness that we need in life. If it's imbalanced, we get the exact opposite. So we get bewilderment of our intelligence. We cannot really concentrate. We're constantly distracted by everything around us, not only in the present moment, but also on our path to life. We cannot focus on one thing or really exploit or explore that one thing. No, we are all over the place. It's also then we're closed for our imagination and fantasy. What else? Bad memory. And we're shoving away responsibility to other people. This is also when this third eye is closed. You shove away responsibility. When it's too open, what you can experience, for instance, by if you take these hallucinating drugs, for instance, what can happen if that damages the third eye? It can help the third eye, but it can also damage. When it damages, you can create disrupted thought patterns, for instance, hallucinations, even though they're not there, and nightmares, and thought patterns that create a spiral. So when the Agya chakra is too open, you can create a spiraling thought pattern that you go so deep in yourself that it makes you stuck, feel stuck within. So this chakra, it is opened by insight and closed by illusion. So of course, the question that comes out of this is, to which illusion are you holding on to? I'm not going to say anything. You have to find out this one for yourself. Yeah. What illusion are you holding on to? What is the biggest illusion that everyone holds on to?
Your ego.
Oh, yes. The identification with the self, all the identities that we give ourselves. Yes. Okay. So for this one, first of all, that's a good thing. We have to move less because it's getting more and more internal process. So we move less, but not completely. We start with our eyes. Your eyes are very much connected to the Agya chakra. Yeah? So we experience, for instance, if you have a headache, when your brain and the Agya chakra is disturbed, you get, for instance, headaches. You also notice that when you move your eyes too much to the side, it's strained. You feel that sometimes? You have that or not? Oh yeah, okay. So if you train your eyes and your eye muscles, you actually train to open the Agya chakra. So let's see how the eyes are. First of all, we bring both of eyes to the left. Yeah, only the eyes, not the head. Yeah, only the eyes to the left. Keep them there for a moment. Bring them to the right. Keep them there for the moment. Try to feel what's happening inside the eye. Bring them upwards. Don't move the body, only the eyes. Yes. And down. Bring them to the nose. Yes. Okay, try to close your eyes. Bring the eyes towards the third eye, so towards this place. With closed eyes, try to bring the third eye to the middle of the brain and try to look at it. Try to look at the middle of the brain. Slowly open the eyes. Last exercise with the eyes, we make circles. So we're trying to not move the eyes like tuck, 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 but very fluid. You try to move them and try to see everything around you in the space. Let them roll. They're also muscle, they can be trained. Yes, and the other way around also, so we don't get dizzy. Yes. And come slowly back. Yes, so the eyes are actually also muscles. We tend to neglect them and think, oh, you know, take them for granted. So for this one, we can slowly come to our mat. I have very nice exercise for you. Amazing exercise. Namely, child pose. When we do child pose, is the best one to open the Agya chakra. So we open the knees a little bit. We bring the hands forward and we bring the third eye, that place that we just looked at, we bring it to the floor. And just try to relax there. I just lift my head so I can talk to you. Yeah. So bring the third eye on the floor and try to feel the pressure from the floor entering the body slowly. Try to relax all the other muscles and just bring all your focus to that one place. Take a moment to see where your mind is now. Is it grounded in the present moment, in the here and now? Every time it wanders, just bring it back. Take a deep breath in. Breathing out. Slowly from there, we can roll up. Come into a seating position. No one wants to roll up. Yeah. Close your eyes, sit comfortably. We're gonna place our left hand on our left knee with our thumb and our middle finger next to each other. This is the mudra that is connected to the third eye. From the right hand, we bring our two fingers, the middle finger and the pointing finger. We place them on our third eye. Try to make a soft circle there, just to feel that point, to feel the heat, a little bit pressure also going inside. Yes. And slowly we're going to go to our alternate nostril breathings, as these breathings are connected to the full energy system and the opening of this chakra. So with our thumb, we close the right nostril, breathing in through the stomach, chest, and breathing in through the left. Closing the left with our ring finger, holding the breath. Opening the thumb, the right nostril, breathing out. Breathe deeply in through the right. Close the right nostril, holding the breath. Opening the left nostril, breathing out. Deeply in through left. Close the nostrils, hold the breath. Opening the right, breathe out. Deeply in. Hold. Open left, breathe out. We do ourselves also 2 more cycles. Take your own breathing, make it as deep as possible, and try to follow with the mind the flow of the breath. When you finish the 2 cycles, you place also the right hand slowly back. Bring the thumbs and pointing finger towards each other. The mantra that is connected to this one is Om. Not the Om that we know, but Om in 3 letters. A, O, and M. So we try to bring our focus only to the 3rd eye, to the middle point of the brain. And we chant together Om. I will chant it first once for you, so you know the rhythm, and then we chant it 5 times together. Together, breathing deeply. Last one, deep in. Bring the attention to the middle point of the brain. Feel the silence with it. Bring the hands alongside the body, breathe deeply in, finding each other above. Slowly open your eyes, come back. Yes. Good. Okay, very last one. Here we go. First of all, if you want to open this chakra in another way, what you can do is this meditation called Trataka. Trataka. Here you see people practicing it. So you have a candle on eye level, or actually on the level of your 3rd eye, and the rest of the space is dark, and you just look at the candle. So you try to actually stare, so without blinking. What happens is you also cleanse the eyes, so you begin tearing. You will do this for some time. You need to practice it, otherwise you grow blind. So be careful, do it with proper guidelines. But in the end, you want to open your eyes so long that they begin to tear and you cleanse your eyes. So it's both a meditation and a cleanse there. So this one is very good. A second point, what you can do is silence. We open this chakra by observing silence within us. So sometimes taking a silent day can be very insightful. Yeah. Okay, and then the culmination of today, hoogtepunt, is our last chakra. And that is the Sahasrara chakra. And it's the only chakra that is outside of the body. So that finds itself just above the crown of your head. And therefore, it has also nothing to do with my material body or with this world in general. This is really the spiritual chakra. So let's look at it. Boom. Yeah. So this chakra, Sahasrara, in Sanskrit, it literally means infinity. That's why I made the infinity sign here. Yeah. And this is a chakra that it gives us a sense of spirituality, of transcendence. It makes us perceive things that are beyond the realm that we can at this moment perceive. So it's less tangible, it's much more subtle, spiritual. And we can open this chakra by living in line with our own soul, our own deepest essence of who we are and the source that we come from. So this one stands for surrendering not only to life, to our body, to our mind, but also to the source where we come from, which they call the divine. So this one, yeah, balance, transcendence, wisdom. We saw in the Agya chakra that it had to do with intelligence. So this has nothing to do with intelligence, knowing facts and things and making the right decision. No, it has to do with wisdom, inner deep wisdom that is universal and transcends time or culture or place. Also, if this chakra is open, it first of all makes you feel wonder for life. Suddenly, everything is interesting, and you know, we often forget this, but if you give kids like a spoon or something, they can be like, oh, wow, you know, just yeah, you told me that, Michelle, that when you give your kid a spoon and a ball, he's like the whole afternoon, wow, wow, wow. You can just play with it to see the beauty of life and just in the small things, you know, to perceive that admiration for everything that happens, that it even exists, that we can perceive it. That wonder you get back when you open this chakra. Also, respect for that creation. When you see the beauty in things and the value of every little part, then you get a lot of respect for everything around you. Whereas one who has closed this chakra, he throws the garbage just in nature, you know, he's completely unaware of the beauty around him, about the impact that you have on the world, on nature, on others. Also, people who have an open Sahasrara chakra, they ask how instead of why. If a teacher says something to you, you should do this and that. Of course, you can ask why, but it has to come from a pure intention. But if you have an open chakra, you will ask how, because you will want to know how you do this. If you ask why, you can also doubt why the teacher is saying that. Why? Why is it like that? I don't believe you. Tell me why, you know, like this. But if you say how, then how do I do that? And how will I accomplish that? It's a very different intention. So the intention of someone with an open Sahasrara chakra will always be pure. Next to that, you focus on self-development and spirituality, your higher intelligence and wisdom. And you will also, this is most important, see the deception of your own ego. We can do this. Now we're so fused with our ego, we don't even see it. But when we have an open Sahasrara chakra, we can disconnect and see our ego, how it is prevailing over our lives. So when you have an imbalance of this chakra, I don't know if I wrote this. No. If you have an imbalanced Sahasrara chakra, then you refuse anything that cannot be proved. You refuse anything that you can perceive with your senses right now. Because you perceive only with your material body. You have no higher senses that can perceive something outside. You don't have your intuition. You don't have your open heart, where there's also a lot of knowledge and wisdom gathered. And because you only perceive with your body, you can also only believe and accept everything that can be produced by the body and seen by the body and this material life. It can also make you arrogant. Because you have no spiritual perspective or no higher perspective or purpose, and therefore it can make you a little bit arrogant or rigid. On the other hand, it can also confuse you because you don't have this opening inside of you. You don't know how to get there. So it can be really confusing then to govern through life. This can give you a sense of depression or really internal sadness, emptiness. It can also happen that you find it hard to change because you have no deeper purpose in life or no deeper values or higher wisdom. And therefore, any change that happens from outside is hard to cope for you. For instance, now in this Corona times, people are very much having their things to do outside, and they go to the shop, and in the weekend they do this and that and that. And when it all falls away and they don't have a higher perspective or a higher purpose, then it can be very hard on them. But when you have an open Sahasrara chakra, you're so deeply rooted in your purpose and in your inner joy and love and wisdom that all these outside changes, they cannot really touch you. So it gives you a lot of stability. Yeah. So this is a very, very beautiful one and important one also. So this one is opened by pure cosmic energy. Sorry, Helen, you want to say something? Yeah. Oh, I cannot hear you.
Ik weet niet of het alleen bij mij is. Ik kan het niet helemaal zien.
Oh, can everyone see this, or is there something wrong with the slide?
The only thing I see is pure cosmic energy versus material attachment.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Let's see.
So you cannot see that?
Yeah.
Oh, it is there. So maybe it is something in your screen, but the only thing that I added now is pure cosmic energy versus material attachment. Yeah. So if I send you the PowerPoint, you can see it once more, okay? Yeah. So material attachment is blocking us to open this chakra. Therefore, the question is, what are you attached to? Can be anything, doesn't have to be material. Huh? Can be, of course, material possessions, can be your status, can be your job, your identity, can be other people, situations in life, your conviction in life. So what are you attached to? When I wrote this first time, I had a long list. Yes. Okay. So I wrote already a little mantra that we're going to sing later. But first of all, this one is not really material. So we cannot do much with our bodies in order to enter into that space, but we can make a little effort. So one of these one is a particular balance, the yoga balance. It's the tree pose. So if you can come to your mat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We place all of our weight to our left leg. Feel how we're slowly taking from the earth, growing upwards through the core here, up through the crown. Placing your weight to your left leg and slowly bringing the inside of your right leg towards the inside of a left ankle. Yes. Placing the hands toward each other, low down. Yes. Find a balance. Nice. Breathing deeply in, bringing the inside of the leg a little bit higher. Bring it to your calf and bring the hands towards the heart. Keep the balance and feel how the energy is slowly going up, upwards to that space above the head, which is helping you to stabilize. Breathing deeply in, bring the leg still a little bit higher, upwards. Bring the hands also above us. Feel slowly bring your attention more and more above the head. Opening the hands in this place, open them to the side. If you can, close your eyes for a moment, try. Yeah, good. And slowly relax. Shake the left leg. Let's go to the other one. Rooting ourselves in the mat. Bringing our full weight to the right leg. Grow up from the knee, from the hip, placing the left foot on the inside of the ankle. Placing the hands together, low down. If at any moment it's too easy, you can always close your eyes. Try to find the inner balance perspective. Breathing in, bring the leg to the calf. Bring the hands to the heart. Soft breathing. Power of the earth flowing upwards through all the chakras to the space above your head. Breathing deeply in, bring the hands and the leg up even more. Nice concentration. Open the hands. Try to close the eyes for a moment. Good. And shake the leg. Yes. Another thing that we can do is we can bring the attention towards that space there. So first of all, we take our tips of our fingers and we just go on the top of our head. Tick, 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 tick. Yes. Nice. Then you have to see if you want to do the next thing. Maybe it's not for everyone. You can try. Namely, we're going to do what is called in yoga the rabbit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that top of my head. You can put a little bit pressure. Try bring both hands on top and put a little bit pressure downwards. Yeah, that place on your head you try to put on the floor. So you bring it there like this. And your hands can help you here in this position. If it's good for you, you can even lift your hands above. And you try to bring your attention towards that space. So let's try it. Don't stay there too long. Just a few breaths. You can try. Breathing through the lungs, through the nose, in and out. Just bringing your focus more and more now to that point. And slowly relax, rolling back up. Whew, I think we feel the point now, right? We bring our legs into a comfortable position. If you feel you have the openness in your hips, you can try to bring either one leg or two legs on top of each other. This pose is the lotus and it is the pose to open that chakra because you create an energy flow in the infinity sign as well through your legs. And therefore, this will bring the same energy through your whole system. Bring the hands open towards the ceiling. First of all, what we're going to do, we're going to close the eyes. Trying to feel that space above the head. How it is softly moving. How there's a dynamics in the stillness. And how you can still feel that place very consciously. Even though it's not directly connected to the body. Feel there is a softness, even a small guidance above your head. We surrender to the experience, that higher intelligence which guides us. We do that by softly chanting the mantra together. Mantra is Aham Satyam Om. So 3 words. Aham, that means me. Satyam means truth. And Om is the vibration of the universe and the divine. Aham Satyam Om. Breathing deeply. Aham Satyam Om. 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 Try to feel the silence within and without. Feel the presence of your body, the presence of the universe around you. Slowly bring the hands to the sides, breathing deeply in, finding each other, descending down to Okay. So we went in a very fast pace through all the different big energy centers in the body. Hopefully you will experience something maybe, or you did already during the course, but maybe also, yeah, in the days after, it can happen that you feel a flow or you feel a different, yeah, something streaming through you, I hope. One last thing for this last chakra, how you can open it. It will open by itself. So it's not that you can open it, but you can do things that will help for it to want to open, which is, for instance, meditation, self-discovery, also crystals, they can help. And also spiritual discipline. Because often we do something here, then maybe we do an exercise there, but to make it disciplined, then we can open that space also within us. So yeah, this is what I wanted to give to you today. Hopefully it enriched you, inspired you, made you see a greater connection between the body and mind, and of course the whole energy system that we explored, and also practical ways how to adjust it in your own life. And maybe you see, you know, when you come into some situations in life that are difficult, or yeah, that you feel some friction here, or I cannot develop more in that area, you can reflect and see, okay, which chakra maybe can I now work on, and then see if you find any relief or release in that. Yeah. So I would like to thank you. I don't know if anyone has a question or wants to say something. It's now space if you like. You don't have to. Oh, I cannot hear you so much. I think your sound goes up and down. Oh, but you want to say thank you? Yes. Thank you so much also. Yeah, I found it really nice to spend this time with you. And I hope for the new year, you know, that now you have some inspiration, something fresh, maybe some new insight, that you cleanse your whole system in order to have a beautiful 2022. So thank you so much. I will send to you all the PowerPoint or this what we discussed, everything. So the recording of this and the PowerPoint, I will send it to you. Or maybe, I don't know if I'll send the PowerPoint, I will see. But yeah, thank you so much for attending and being here. If you have any questions or you want to discuss a little bit more together, you can always text me, send me some message, and we will find some space and time. Okay.
Thank you, Sabine. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
was
Sabine.
wonderful. Thank you.
Great.
Dankjewel, dankjewel.
Bye.